A game by Ack Halgren. I definitely pronounced that wrong. Hello and welcome to a review of a game. But it's not just any old review of a game. I'm going to be reviewing it by playing through it in its entirety. So it's still a let's play, but one where I'm also reviewing it at the end, you know. So let's play. Anyway, let's begin. This shouldn't take very long.
Hey, Mom. Where are you?
Right behind you.
Wait, what?
Yep.
So you're not coming?
Nope.
But I'm already here.
Too bad.
I know, but Mom, don't we owe it to Grandpa to... Yeah, I know. It's just... What? You can't sell the clock?
Why not?
Grandpa's had that for years. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I can just start clearing out my boxes and then... I don't know. We can come back tomorrow and do the rest? Yeah. Bye.
Sounded like a train station.
I'm really going to miss you, Grandpa. All right. Let's do this.
Yeah. Prepare to have your pants blown off. Yep, alright. I think that's the controls. Inventory. Okay. Matson flip phone. It's a year old, but still works pretty great. I'm not in a hurry to upgrade, even though the new smartphones look pretty nifty. Well, maybe I would be if I could afford one. Nice star. Oh, I can control the rotation of the item. Exciting. Thursday, August 20th. So the game is supposed to be like in the late 2000s, I believe. It's also not a very long game, in case I didn't mention that already. Let's see, student ID. A student ID from my school. I'm still not quite sure if studying botanics and biology is right for me, and God knows Mom doesn't think so, but I like nature, and I like the idea of maybe one day fixing the planet and winning the Nobel Prize or something. Or setting up a flower shop. You know, whichever. Also, not the biggest picture, but yeah, that's me. I was trying to think of some wise-ass statement, you know, to make. But I may be a comedic genius, but even I am not. Fast on my feet? Yeah. Nailed it. A necklace I got from my grandpa when I turned 10. He joked that it was magical, and it would keep me safe from monsters and such under my bed. Bit late to say that. Oh, but she did believe him for the longest time, so I guess it worked out. I've worn it since, and now that he's gone, I don't think I'll ever stop wearing it. Alright, neat. Well, you weren't wearing it. You were, like, holding it in your hand. And I didn't see a string on it in that intro video, so I guess you took it off.
I have always loved the British countryside.
Why?
It's a shame to be stuck in here on such a nice day. Not to mention all the memories.
Fair enough.
I have always loved the British countryside.
Again, why? I mean, yeah, it looks nice and stuff. If you're into that sort of thing. You know, like beautiful countrysides. If you like that sort of thing. Alright, I need more witty commentary. What the heck is this?
Ah, the old gramophone.
What? What does it do? Ooh, that's how you zoom in. Demon!
Oh, Grandma's cello. So this is where it ended up.
In the attic. I bet if we turn around, it's gonna move towards us. You know, this is the horror. This is the horror movie monster of the game. I can already tell.
Grandma's cello. So this is where it ended up.
Okay, so no more dialogue for that.
I
Yeah,
really wish I knew if that was in tune or not.
Ooh, and it
Desk
plays.
drawer.
Oh, I didn't know this. I couldn't have told that till yeah. See, and I bet that's a paper.
What's this?
Yeah. I got you stumped this time, player character. That is a piece of paper. I am positive. I picked up a journal page. Alright. Elfstein, also sometimes known as Trollstones. Scandinavian folklore, normal rocks with holes in them, the size of an acorn, were considered lucky, otherworldly, and useful. Hung from the necks of livestock, it would protect them and their farmers alike from malicious predators, trolls, and even incubi. In some tales, the owner of a true elfstead is also able to see the otherwise invisible common troll through a hole in the rock. While several of these were on display, only one of them looked to be the one I was looking for, carved in a way that no average jeweler could, and or in place of where a hole should be. I didn't acquire it through the most honest of means, but no one came to harm, and I'm sure its disappearance won't be noticed. I do wonder how it fits into all of this, though. I must study it thoroughly. Interesting. So, Grandpa was a bit of a thief, was he? A bit of a scoundrel. A ne'er-do-well, if you will.
It's a banker's lamp.
We're gonna leave it on. We like to live dangerously. So that is not interactable, but
A
this
desk
one...
drawer. It's locked. A desk drawer. A desk drawer. It's locked.
Okay, I bet all of these are locked.
It's locked. It's locked.
Okay. No titles on the backs of those. Good to know.
A tape recorder.
Huh.
Hello, this is Howard James Wright with a message for my granddaughter, Sarah Elizabeth Wright. So if anyone else is listening, they can sort off immediately, please.
Hey, fuck you too.
Sarah, if you are listening to this, then it means, well, it means I'm gone. But I don't want you to be too sad about it. That's just the way life goes sometimes. So, chin up, my little pixie. Remember our grand moments. All the adventures we had when you were a little one and I wasn't such a cranky old man.
Oh, so those are pictures of him.
I know you have questions for me. It's true I kept secrets from you and your mother. But there were good reasons.
Sounds like the kind of guy who'd have like a
There
pipe
are
and a
things
tweed jacket.
in this world greater than ourselves, and I needed to protect you from them. I didn't want either of you to face the dangers that I've had to... I never wanted to place such a burden on your shoulders, but now it's unavoidable. Pixie, I need your help, but I can't just tell you. I have to show you. You will need to see for yourself. This world is full of secrets. From the tallest tree to the deepest river, in every breath of wind and every dancing flame. All you have to do is look. Goodbye, Sarah. I love you very much.
So I was right. The violin is a horror monster.
Goodbye, Grandpa.
Yeah. Looks like a piece of junk. That was a bit of sarcasm. I hope it annoyed somebody out there. If you understood what I was saying. If you didn't, whatever. Or maybe your lack of understanding would cause annoyance. No. I'm not here to annoy you, listener. I'm not here to annoy you. I'm here to soothe you with the dulcet? No, probably not. Yeah, definitely dulcet tones of my voice. That's
Does
definitely
this
what my
globe have
voice
anything
sounds
to
like.
do with Grandpa's message? What did the message say again? The world is full of secrets? From the tallest tree to the deepest river.
From the tallest tree.
Parayakaka, South America. And that looks like a drop of water.
Alright. And that.
Shu, Egypt. And a symbol of a swirl?
Swirl, huh? Alright. Alright, so there's puzzles here. I can guarantee you that for a fact. There are puzzles. Oh, paper.
A torn out page.
And it seems no coincidence that both the resting place of Pele and Paracaka, if I pronounced that right, which I definitely did, would happen to be in mountains. The trek has gone well, and although the winds are ominous, my clothing and necessities have carried me well so far. The guide I hired upon arrival have proved invaluable reading comprehension, not only in his knowledge of the thick forest. Reading comprehension, it should have been has. Not only in his knowledge of the thick forest, but also for his rich knowledge and his company. Not unexpectedly, this symbol of water could be found at the peak of the summit, along with the alchemic symbol of water. Both the resting pit. Okay. Again, these symbols seem interconnected. And while one set are alchemic symbols known to many people, the other seems strange and of no cultural design that at least I am knowledgeable of. The encounters on Hawaii make me certain that the other two elements must bear significance as well. What will I find on this mountain? So...
Parayakaka, South America. And that looks like a drop of water.
And
in
what am I...
every breath of wind and every dancing flame. Pele, Hawaii, and a fire symbol. Oh, okay. These can be pushed.
Every breath of flame and every thing of wind?
Is that supposed to be wind? I'm guessing it's wind. That doesn't seem to be it. Could he be referring to these symbols?
Alright, we're gonna have to look at the cassette tape again. Alright, this world is full of secrets from the tallest tree to the deepest river. In every breath of flame and every dancing Every breath of wind and every dancing flame, all you have to do is look. So, if we go in order, that would be tree, water, wind, and fire. I can puzzle. Yeah, I can puzzle.
Fusang China. And a symbol of a tree.
So it was water next. Like I said, I can puzzle. Every breath of wind, every gust of flame.
I did it! This looks like... Is this a second part of my necklace?
Ah, he was keeping it in pieces. So that nobody could tell that it was stolen. But now that he's dead and the heat's off, I'll be able to put these pieces together and sell them for lots of money. Sweet magic. Alright. Alright. Viewers, I'm gonna need you guys to keep, and gals, and everybody, I'm gonna need you to keep an eye out for when the violin comes alive and tries to kill me. That I will probably want to know that ahead of time. So if you could like shout that in the comments, you know, that would be appreciated as a timely warning. That will definitely help me. Let's see. So far this is neat. Let's see. So, this is journal page number 1. I finally landed on Hawaii and will soon begin my arduous climb of Manualoha. I am not much of a climber, but I am filled with determination. I will, however, first take some days to recuperate from the very tiresome travel from which my fear of flight did not exactly improve. Not only was the pilot rude and dismissive of safety protocol, that would make me worried as well. He also seemed completely unsure at times of what he was doing. Another cause for concern. Yeah. Regardless, I mean, I would find that a very tiring and worrisome flight as well. Regardless, I am here, and will spend the coming days in the village of Pahala. Whatever secrets Pele, goddess of fire, holds, it is now within my grasp. I have definitely reached the right place. Although I am weary from travel, I am too excited to sleep. The villagers are friendly, but warn me of hurting customs. Something I have no intention of doing, and no intention to do. Well, it would be kind of rude to hurt customs. I mean, when they're checking through your things, you don't, that's rude. That's rude. It's also kind of, yeah, anyway. I mean, that's obviously not what he meant. I mean, like the traditions. Violating traditions? If this sounds like I'm nitpicking, I kind of am, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Just wondering, how would you... violating a tradition, obviously, you know, like going against the breaking a taboo, etc., etc. I've also noticed the alchemical symbol of fire etched over people's doorways. How else are they going to mark themselves as firebenders? You know. Wait, no. Yeah, they carve fire onto their they carve fire onto their doorway as a reminder that on Lent they need to set their doors on fire, you know, to ward against lava, or rather in memory of that. You know, because they have a goddess of fire instead of. I'm gonna stop right there. Anyway, I hope I either did not offend anyone or offended everyone with that comment just now. One of those two. Anyway, it connects to Pele, of course, but it is linked to the crest. But is it linked to the crest that I have sought as well? Presumably. I'm going to go out on a limb and say definitely.
My grandfather's grandfather clock. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck
If that woodchuck was a grandfather who was chucking the wood of his grandfather clock, there's a more clever way to make some inane reference to that. Let's see.
The key I have doesn't fit here.
But it does fit in the drawers. Let's see. Those sunbeams are neat. Nice effect. See, is that a drawer I can open? Probably, since I have the key.
Drawer.
Cool. I'm glad we were able to...
A desk drawer.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure. Ah.
It looks like a torn out page.
Huh. And it has a water symbol on it, so that's probably page number 4. All I've worked for. It's here. I know it. The necklace in the temple in China. Okay, so that would be page 3, would be the tree place. Now I'm finally in Africa, hoping to set the burning sensation of curiosity to peace. The symbols line up and my calculations were correct. The anonymous mail I received, the anonymous chain letter I received, advertising how I must go to these vacation spots for only $9.99. Or your money back. No, okay. I kind of throw those out, so I'm not really, when I get junk mail, I throw it out. So don't really have a good reference point for without reading it. So I don't have that great a reference point for a verisimilitudinous flyer type thing you might expect, like an ad for one of those timeshares. But just pretend I said something that sounded good. All right. Anyway, the symbols line up and my calculations were correct. The anonymous mail I received helped on a grand scale, but I still have not managed to figure out the sender, Slender Man. He's a bit shy, because people tend to, freak out when they see him, extend his tentacles to eat their faces. So he's learned to just send anonymous letters. People tend to take those better than seeing him in person, which is a shame. He's nice, quiet person, doesn't cause trouble, except for what... Anyway, I'm gonna keep on reading. Regardless, the last piece of knowledge should be here in Egypt. And after having evaded my guide, I have... Okay, so the guide attacked him? I have now found the symbols. It's time. Time to learn what is behind these strange connections and events. So the guide tried to kill him, huh? Interesting. The guide must be the violin. I'm keeping my eye on you. Anyway, is that pickupable? It is. What was it? A journal photograph. And a saving. An old photograph found in Grandpa's desk. It says, Sultan Hassan Mosque, Madrasa, Egypt. Must have been one from one of his trips. Probably the one to Egypt. That's just a guess. What is this?
Desk drawer.
Ah, okay, thank you. Objects that I cannot pick up. All right. And that would be...
Desk drawer.
Ah, okay, thank you.
A torn out page.
Ah, interesting. So that would be the tree story. alchemic symbol of earth combined with the Chinese one for tree. Interesting. While the trip is yet gone well, and my research has once again led me to these symbols, I can draw no conclusion. There's still 5 more pages after this one, since this is number 3. So I have spent most of my life researching these mythological connections. Yet again, I reach my destination, and nothing. Almost as if this is an extremely elaborate prank. Wow, somebody sends you an anonymous letter prompting you on a trip around the world. You know, and you think it might be a prank? Probably not. Probably not a prank. Definitely a prank. Definitely a prank. But, you know, whatever. At least he had a nice trip out of it. And that magic magnetic necklace. That's pretty cool. Even though he had to steal it. I sometimes wonder if my daughter is right. Months, nay, years, nay, of planning, only to eventually find a temple or shrine with another symbol, another riddle, and another clue. However, at the same time, it feels like I am so close to finding something, and then it doesn't quite say. Let's see. So I can press V to look through the necklace. We're gonna go here. Let's see. Pause, inspect, interact. Y for necklace.
Whoa. Serious whoa.
Alright, we're gonna take that off so I can see. Alright. Interesting.
A desk drawer.
Ah, okay. Alright, I thought it was something special. And this would also be?
A desk drawer.
Okay, good, thank you.
Huh. This tin box looks fairly old and has a combination lock on it.
Huh.
It's locked.
Oh. Combination box is locked. What does this thing look like? This thing must be defective, because that violin is definitely a monster.
I really wish I knew if that was in tune or not.
All right. What about this?
A desk drawer.
Ah, okay. Wait, no. It had the X there. And that... Okay. So maybe we need to turn this until the symbols all light up. Yep. Alright. Alright. Futhark, I believe. No, this is just English letters. Neat. Pixie. And that's a key.
Whoa. Fancy key.
Yeah, fancy. Ornamental key. I keep forgetting that there's no jump button.
Okay.
So let's see. Alright, so there I can't see the chess pieces. I was wondering if there was anything magical about them, but that's an interesting light effect. Do you see that? That light effect with the runes there. That is cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. If the game creator ever sees this, you know, that is a nice touch. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, but it doesn't need significance. It's neat. I like it. Alright, anyway. What am I doing? A puzzle? Probably. Alright, so let's see. So when I put this on, I can see that there's stuff turning. Alright.
Grandpa loved this thing. Told me it was one of a kind.
Huh.
Although, he never actually told me why.
Probably the glowy magic bits. I'm gonna guess that. Okay. So let's see if we can break his priceless antique. I'm sure Grandpa would appreciate that. So we can interact with this and that.
Weren't these triangles in the journal pages?
Were they? I should probably check.
This button seems to control what clock hand can be moved.
Interesting. I see. Alright, now we pull up the journal page. This is how we solve puzzles, kids. Not that this is a for kids video. I meant that like as a diminutive? Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Turns a bit slowly. So let's see. So the journal page here also had an ordinary triangle. So what I'm because I was thinking maybe. Alright, so this one is page 3, and it's associated with the element of water, and it has a different symbol from these ones. So let's see if we can turn this to there.
This button seems to select clock hands.
Alright, and now we need to find out which of the journal pages matches this one. I don't think this is actually going to be how we solve the puzzle, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And then that would be then this would be the page. Yeah, that would be the inverted triangle. Page number 4 would be inverted triangles number 2. Number 4 is that one. Oh. Okay.
I probably need to select the clock hand somehow.
Yeah, no, that didn't do anything. Right? Oh, yeah. Yep, I should have thought of this immediately. Anyway. Alright, so what we have here, number 4 was Yeah, number 4 was... Let's see. Okay, so that's a bit awkward to change the items you have selected in the journal. But number 4 was wind. Alright. And what we're looking for with wind is right there. So we need wind to be on number 2. Got it. Alright. Number 3 is Earth, and Earth is the inverted triangle with a line through it. Alright. So now we just...
I probably need to select the clock hand somehow.
Yeah. Alright, and then number 1 was the fire. Right? Yeah. Number 1 was fire. So we move that to there.
It won't budge.
Alright, and then the last one is 8.
Okay, so I need to set these hands correctly. Maybe the answer is in Grandpa's journal pages. Was that it? Did I do it?
Nah, this is probably the sign of me doing it incorrectly.
What's happening? No.
I got zapped into the TARDIS. It's Britain, so that's what it has to be.
That was the first time I traveled by magic. Pulling at the thread that would unravel my grandfather's mysteries. I so wish he told me sooner, so we could have gone on at least one adventure together. Instead, I went on his adventure. The one that never was. But that is a longer story. For another time.
And that is the game. I don't know if the mic picked up my silently choking. I tried to keep it quiet, not to interrupt. After all, you know, like, it would be kind of inconvenient for you to hear the sounds of me choking. So, you know, I kept quiet on your behalf. I hope you appreciate it. Anyway, so this game was neat. That's my review. It was neat. I may have solved the puzzles for you, but it was still a neat experience. Feel free to try it out. It was, or at least visit the place. It was neat. I saw some achievements pop up. You probably did too. So, I don't know what use that would be. Sometimes, because the Steam store, I think, said that the achievements for this game weren't counted for the purposes of something. But I don't actually care about that, so that's kind of a whatever thing for me. So, overall, I thought this was a neat game. Looked nice. good voice acting. And yeah, it was well put together. I liked it. Give it a shot if you want. I don't know if you'll be able to solve the puzzles without my help, but because as you saw, they were very difficult. I struggled a great deal with them. But I'm sure that if you try hard enough, you too will be able to succeed just like I did. Have a nice time. Goodbye. Let's see. I was hoping, actually, yeah, as a final note, I was hoping that I would have an opportunity to try to exercise something. I don't know if you know this, but I am technically like a Discordian Pope, and now you are too. No, the full thing I can't remember, but off the top of my head. But you're now infallible. You are now infallible and a Pope of Discordia. I am infallible because I'm a Discordian Pope. And so, even if I can't remember the whole thing, that is also true. That is close enough that the fact that I am infallible makes it true. I think. Probably. Anyway, look up Discordianism. It's kind of a joke religion. I mean, no, it's a serious, deadly serious. It is a deadly serious matter. Anyway, have a nice night. Or day, or morning, afternoon, midday, tea time, brunch, lunch, whatever.